In my previous video, I have taught you about Rousseau's aim of education and his thoughts about the curriculum of education. Now I'm going to teach you about Rousseau on methods of teaching, how a child should be taught. First is learning by doing. The main principle governing Emil's education is learning by doing. Rousseau says, teach by doing whenever you can, and only fall back upon words when doing is out of question. Okay, so he said that an ideal child, should be taught by doing something or by activity, and you only need words when doing is out of question. Okay, second is direct experience and observation. Rousseau says, let the children learn nothing from books which they can learn from experience. He advocated direct method of teaching and urged to follow experience before expression and objects before words. He advocated direct method of teaching and urged to follow experience before expression and objects before words. So he said that a child should learn nothing from books which can be learned from experiences. Okay, he said that expression is not needed, experience is needed. Objects are needed, not words. Third is heuristic method. Rousseau also recommends heuristic method of teaching, and his method is the method of discovery. According to Rusk, it is more keen to Dewey's experimental procedure. Children should be given problems to solve. Okay, so what is heuristic method? Heuristic method is the method of discovery, to the method of problem solving, the method of mental and physical combined activity to solve something, and from that activity a child gets knowledge and information which works better than the experience or knowledge gathered from books. Second thing is Rousseau's concept of discipline. What Rousseau thinks about discipline? Rousseau believed in freedom and in the absence of any restraint. He prescribed free and positive discipline. He rejected the theory of formal discipline and advocated the theory of discipline by natural consequences. He recommended that punishment should always come as a natural consequence of child's fault. The child must suffer on account of his fault and wrong act. So he said that the child should not be given restraints or restrictions. He should be punished by his natural consequence of his deed. Okay, no punishment should be given by any teacher, parents, or any third person or even second person. The nature, the fault will teach the child what he did. The punishment should be given by the nature. Okay, so what is the concept of his negative education? Rousseau believed in basic and fundamental goodness of child's nature. It is by his contact with the society that he becomes bad. It is necessary to protect him against the evil influences of the society. His early education should therefore be negative. It consists not in teaching virtue or truth, but to prescribe the heart from vice and from spirit of error. Okay, Rousseau said that negative education should be given to a child. What negative education means? That no education. No education means negative education. Okay, first is no positive education. This comes in negative education. Okay, first negative education is no positive education. No positive education should be given during childhood period. What is childhood period? During the age of 5 to 12 is called childhood. During this period, no positive education should be given during the childhood period. There is no need for the tutor to worry because his pupil can neither read nor write. Okay, so no positive education should be given to a child which age is from 5 to 12. Okay, second negative education is no time saving. Rousseau wrote in this connection, do not save time but lose it. The child will naturally learn through play, through the exercise of his senses. Okay, no time saving. Some parents say that save your time is you are losing the time. So Rousseau said yes, you should lose the time, and then the child naturally learn through his activity, his exercise of senses, etc., etc., and so on. Okay, Rousseau asserts that the child should follow his natural impulses. Okay, let us lay it down as an introvertible rule that the first impulses of nature are always right. Okay, Rousseau said that you should not teach anything. Okay, the natural impulses given by nature cannot be wrong according to Rousseau, and in many aspects it is not wrong. The natural impulses are never wrong. If you say natural impulses are wrong, then you are saying that the creator is wrong, and that cannot be true. Okay, so then the third negative education is what? No book learning and habit formation. Okay, there should be no book learning and habit formation. Okay, the only book is Robinson Crusoe. Okay, the only habit the child should be allowed to contract is that of having no habit. Okay, he said that no book learning should be provided to a child and no habit formation. Okay, for the child will form his habits, his type of learning he wants, everything by his nature, by natural impulses, by his own nature, his own behavior, by own. Okay, fourth negative education is what? No direct moral education. No direct moral education should be given to child. The child's mind is premature. Why? No direct moral education should be provided to a child because the child's mind is premature to receive positive and direct moral education. Okay, so Rousseau says much more harm than good is done by your ceaseless preaching and moralizing. Okay, so Rousseau said that the moralizing, the behavior forming which you do with a child harms more than the other things. Okay, let the child learn through his contact with nature and through experiences, activities, and senses. Okay, you should not invade in that process of learning because the child will learn from nature, from his impulses. Okay, you should not invade. In the last, we can quote Rousseau when he says, I call a negative education one that tends to perfect the organs that are the instruments of knowledge and endeavors to protect the way for reason by the exercise of the senses. So Rousseau said that if you moralize, if you form habits of a child, then you are harming the natural process of getting knowledge, from getting information by the senses. You are interrupting the process of learning by senses. So the senses of a child cannot be evolved, cannot be what you call developed if you invade in that process of learning from nature. Okay, so this we have learned about what his concept of negative education, Rousseau's concept of discipline, and Rousseau on methods of teaching. So I think you are well understood, and if any doubt arises in your mind, then comment me below and I will try my best to solve the doubts, the questions of your mind. Okay, if you like the video, then like and share my video, my channel in large numbers if you think my content is useful and informative. And thanks for watching my video. Don't go without subscribing my channel. Thank you.